Hey everyone, hi. Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are watching this live. I hope you all can hear me well. If you all can hear me well, just give me a thumbs up. If my voice is audible, quickly let me know. Yeah, I think it all looks perfect and fine. So I'll just wait for another 2 minutes and then I'll start with a very interesting topic actually. Okay, so I love this quote which basically says, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. In a similar way, if you think your preparation, you just need more time, well, you just can imagine yourself at the sea. So situations are never in our accordance, but we'll have to make the best out of what we have got. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ we'll start with something called as critical reasoning. This is one topic wherein I can actually say ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. So what exactly is critical reasoning? I'll quickly tell it to you. Correct. So just a minute, guys. Okay, I can write it here. Okay. See, when we talk about critical reasoning, right? Just a minute. We'll just start. I think. Okay. So we're going to start off with this one session, guys, which basically talks about course of action. So what exactly is course of action? We'll start with that. See, critical reasoning is that one topic which is an amalgamation of, let's say, the language of English plus reasoning. So here we are going to combine logic and language and ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. So if you have good combination of language and logic, you'll be able to do it well. So since everybody's joined in, I will directly start off now. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, let me know. For any doubts, I'll just put it here. Okay, perfect. So what exactly is course of action? See, this is one topic and the type of questions I'll show you to you how it is asked. So critical reasoning वो होता है जो it is a combination of English and reasoning हम उसको बताते हैं, ठीक है? So when your particular grip is there on this particular topic, like course of action, statement and assumption. So in the next few days I'll be covering these topics, critical reasoning topics. So what happens in course of action is, it is a step, guys. It is a solution. It's a step taken to come across a solution. Day-to-day life, we go through a lot of problems. It could be personal or professional. If you follow these techniques, it is going to really help you in this, and of course in the examination as well. So whenever you see any public issue, right, in public people are having some sort of a issue with the parking, or let's say they have come up or somebody met with an accident. What are the steps we take? Practically speaking, you're traveling somewhere and you come across somebody who's met with an accident. What will you do? Can you solve the problem then and there? Can you fix his bones, eyes, teeth then and there? Of course not. The least you can do right there is you are trying to solve the problem. But if you are not able to solve, the least you can do is reduce the problem by calling an ambulance, correct? By taking that person to the hospital to the earliest, by giving him the important and necessary treatment so that you are reducing the casualty. So in other words, if you are not able to solve a problem, try to reduce it. That is all this particular chapter is about. So you will be given a statement, okay? A statement will be given wherein the statement contains a particular problem. And for that particular problem, there are certain course of action given. See, course of action is next line of steps to solve the problem or to reduce the problem. What is the next line of, like especially you would have seen in emergency evacuation, who is going to respond what. There is a certain protocol, not everybody can jump in. There is a particular protocol, nobody can be haphazard for it. So it's very important that everybody follows the rule. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿತೀವಿ. ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಸಮ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ಸ್? ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. Okay, so this is a small introduction about course of action. I repeat again, course of action is all about taking solutions for a given problem. Now, how do you take a solution? We'll see that. If you are not able to solve a problem, at least you will reduce the problem. Correct? So, let's see that. Few important rules to solve the course of action. As you can see here, first of all, whenever you want to solve this type of course of action, the first and foremost is you should have an unbiased and neutral mind frame, meaning you already cannot have a judgment, prejudice or a prejudgment about something. For example, the problem says meat consumption in a particular city has become rampant. It's just uncontrollable. Now I'm sure if you are a vegetarian, you will be like, अरे भाई तो अच्छा हो गया ना, मतलब सबको vegan बनाओ, vegetarian बनाओ, अरे भाई तो solutions के लिए wait तो करो, दिक्कत क्या है असली में वो देखो ना. सो यही बता रहा हूँ कि यू आर नॉट सपोज टू जज इमीडिएटली. करेक्ट? सो आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एन एग्जांपल. सो बिफोर यू डिसाइड द सॉल्यूशन, do not have a biased mindset. So you cannot think from your own perspectives, your own experiences or opinions, rather from a logical perspective. So what is that logical perspective? We'll see that. This is the foundational rule which we say. Coming to rule number 2, as you can see here, you need to identify the root cause of the problem. ठीक है? अब कोई भी स्टेटमेंट में असली वजह दिक्कत क्या है भाई, ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಾರ್ದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆರ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಇಟ್. ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲಡ್ಸ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಫ್ಲಡ್ಸ್. Now my question to you is, if a particular state has been affected by floods, in this given statement, what is the problem? What is the problem you think? अब आप तो बोलोगे अरे सर बड़ी easy है, floods ही तो problem है. अगर तुम floods को problem बता रहे हो, what is the solution for it? So if you say, okay, the best way is the government should do something about it and make sure that floods don't come again. Can you control a natural disaster? Can a natural disaster be controlled? Can it be solved? I hope you're getting my point. So when I say the root problem, the main issue, so when I say a particular state has been affected by floods, the main problem in the statement is not the floods in itself. The main problem is the havoc or the livelihood that has been affected by this. इससे क्या दिक्कत हो रहा है ना कि इससे जो livelihood attack हो रहा है, human beings are being, have lost their, belongings and their lives is in danger. That is the main problem. How will you do that? So how do you think government responds to natural disaster? Can they control the natural disaster? Of course not. Since they can't solve it, they are trying to reduce it by sending a professional NDRF team. They are equipped, they are trained to handle situation like this. So they will be sent for relief shelters. जो भी खाना वाना जो है, मेडिकल फैसिलिटी है, कोई भी आउटब्रेक होगा तो उसको कंटेन किया जाएगा. So all these steps are taken and it is professional. So that is the main identity. So in any given statement, please identify the root problem. Don't just randomly say, okay, this is the problem itself. And by the way, in any of the given statement, there can be more than one problem, right? It cannot be just one. So that is rule number 2. In rule number 3, if definitive words like all, always, never, nothing, everything, none, sir, ये definitive words होता क्या है? See, definitive words, if you observe carefully, all, always, never, nothing, everything, only, none, don't you think they are 100% words? What I'm trying to tell you is, all of you should watch this video, okay? All of you should watch this video. When I'm saying this particular statement, I'm counting everybody here. 100%, ठीक है? अगर मैं ये बता रहा हूँ, some of you should watch the video. Some of you should watch the video. Am I counting everybody in here? Of course not. It means I am leaving some people out. Anyone can answer. Anyone. When I say anyone, am I expecting from any particular individual? No. But if I were to say only you should answer, only he should answer, only she should answer, then I am expecting answer from a particular individual. So here, as you can see, if these kind of definitive words are used in your course of action, if you come across these definitive words used in course of action, mostly that course of action will not follow. Why? Because it comes under harsh judgment. You are not supposed to take any harsh judgment, guys. ಹೌದಾ? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಜಜ್ಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರೋಟೋಕಾಲನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಹೊರತು ಜಜ್ಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ಅ ಸ್ಪೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಾರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಂಜೋರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರೋಡ್. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಾರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದೇನಾಯಿತು, ಫ್ಯೂ ಪೀಪಲ್ಗೆ ಎಂಜೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ರೋಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕತ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಸಮ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹರ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಪೆಡೆಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯನ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ತಕ್ಕಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ತಗೋತೀನಿ. ದ ಡ್ರೈವರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿ ಪನಿಷ್ಡ್ ಸಿವಿಯರ್ಲಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಅಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ solution right? Of course not, because this solution is not giving me a solution, it's rather creating harsh judgment. So ಈ ಥರನ harsh judgment ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So I would highly recommend you to stay away from such harsh judgment. Should he be arrested? Of course yes, because of him injury has caused. That is protocol. I hope everybody is clear with this. Okay, so this is rule number 3. I repeat again, identify the main problem and then you can go with rule number 3. Going forward to the next one. Okay, now coming to the next one, we'll see rule number 4. See, whatever the course of action you have taken, make sure it should solve the problem and reduce the problem logically. It shouldn't be illogical. If it is illogical, then क्या ही फायदा है ना भैया? मतलब अगर ये बता रहा हूँ कि a particular state has been affected by floods and the government says, you know what, the people from the neighboring districts and the city should go out and help the people, those who are affected by floods. Is it possible? Don't you think you are putting more lives in danger by asking them to do it? So it is quite illogical to follow up with. So it's very important that you have to compulsorily make sure that these particular solutions needs to be logically solved. ठीक है? Now these are the simple rules. I repeat, rule number 1, root issue को solve करो, ठीक है? Rule number 2 को क्या करना है अपने को? No harsh decisions or judgments, or you can say, apart from root issue or harsh judgment, please do not take any sort of definitive words bandre adanna you consider madbedri. And in third important case, whatever the course of action you take, right, ಅದು ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅನ್ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ? ಲಾಜಿಕಲಿ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? So having said that, let's get started with an example, correct? What happened to this? Okay, question number 1, guys. Can you see this question and try telling me which particular course of action does it follow? ಯಾವ course of action ಅನ್ನೋದು follow ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Which course of action do you think follows, guys? Yes, let's see this. See, here, India has been continuously experiencing military threats from its neighboring countries. ठीक है? This is the statement. मैंने क्या बोला? ऐसे questions में ना, statement course of action में, पहला इसमें problem क्या है भाई? दिक्कत क्या है? What is the main issue in this? We need to identify that. Excuse me. So in this case, if you observe, the main problem is it is experiencing military threats from its neighboring countries. So now this is the main issue. Now how do you go about it? How do you solve this problem? Is it 100% solvable? Let's see the course of action. The first one says India should engage in all-out war to stop the bullying threats. कुछ नहीं भाई, इनको बस बम फेंकना देना and then it will completely solve. Is it possible, guys? Do you think war is the solution? And you can see right now what is happening. War is going to escalate things, and it also contains a definitive word, and this is a harsh judgment. It's a harsh, in fact, option. So that's why first course of action will not follow, straightforward. Second one, India should get the neighbors into serious dialogue to reduce the tension at its borders. What India should do? It should get the neighbors into serious dialogue to reduce the tension at its borders. Don't you think that is why we have something called as diplomacy? Diplomacy का यही मतलब है कि when two people or two countries are willing to are having some sort of let's say issues, there is a third party which will come and try to de-escalate the situation, or they will meet in some other country to find a way to solve this answer. So that's why the right answer is in the first case is only 2 follows. ठीक है, the right answer is only 2 follows. Now coming to second question, guys. Now what happens in the second question is the members belonging to two local societies. I think I'll reduce the size of this a bit so that you guys can. Okay. What does it say? The members belonging to two local societies occasionally fight with each other on the main highway and traffic is jammed always. So this is the statement given to you. Now in this given statement, you need to first identify what is the main issue or what is the main problem. Now if you observe carefully, I'll just give you a quick 20 seconds to figure out what's the answer for it. Yeah. Okay. Now, what is the main issue do you find in this case? अब देखो, the members belonging to two local societies occasionally fight with each other on the main highway और traffic भी हमेशा jam होता है भाई. तो आपको करना क्या है? There are two issues here. One, they occasionally fight, meaning it has not happened one time. It has happened multiple times. Occasionally बोल रहा है भाई. And they are fighting on highway. Now highway मतलब क्या है भाई? मतलब it is meant for high speeding vehicles. You're not supposed to even stop. Even if you stop, it's considered as a criminal offense. And इस जगह पे जाके वो लोग लड़ रहे हैं, ठीक है? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಜಗಳ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. So it is not at all possible. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಇದೊಂದು ನನಗೆ ರೆಡ್ ಫ್ಲಾಗ್ ಅನಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನು, ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಹೈವೇದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ಮೆನ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್. ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಜಾಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಜಗಳ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಏರಿಯಾಗೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಯಾರು ತಗೋತಾರೆ? ಲಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕೋರ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲೋಕಲ್, ಒಂದು ಜ್ಯೂರಿಸ್ಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಏರಿಯಾಗೆ ಈ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ದು ಏರಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ they ensure a smooth flow of the traffic and such issues are not escalated. So definitely it solves my problem. Those involved in fighting should be identified and put behind bars. जो भी ये झगड़ा कर रहे हैं ना, उसको हम अरेस्ट करना है, बार्स में डालना है. अब कुछ लोगों को लगेगा सर ये हार्श तो है ना, बट आप ही खुद समझो, इफ somebody is doing a committing an offense, अगर आप कोई offense commit करते हो तो उसका obviously उसको प्रोटोकॉल से हिसाब से आपको पुलिस स्टेशन लेके जाएगा. And if especially it becomes a criminal offense, don't you think it is not occasionally itself says multiple times they have fought. So this has happened multiple times. So because of that, the protocol is you take them, you put behind bars, start investigations. The second one is actually protocol. It's not a harsh decision. The local authority should cease yani stop, ban the complete management of the two societies with immediate effect. ಹೌದಾ? ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Should we do that? Of course not. Why? See, here it says the members belonging to two local societies. It doesn't say all the members. कुछ members A से हैं, कुछ members B से हैं, वो लड़ रहा है. Why will you punish everyone? Don't you think it is harsh now? How can I punish the entire management for the action of few people? So you can note it down. So that's why the right answer is only 1 and 2 follow. Clear? Okay guys, so now what I want you to do is, I want you all to try question number 3. I know most of you have guys watching RCB match. I know it's very difficult even for me, trust me, being in the live, but later I'm sure you're going to watch it, so I'm assuming it like that. So yeah, I'm also crossing my fingers for the win. Let's see. But anyways, I hope, because I have to get on with it. So the army has been alerted in the district following the floods triggered by the incessant rains. Means continuous rain ಸಂಬಂಧ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, floods ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ problem ಏನು? Well, clearly you can see here the biggest problem that you can see here is because of the floods there have been severe effect on the people and the livelihood. I have told you floods are itself not the problem. So here ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, course of action. What is the right of course of action? Relief to flood affected people should be arranged. Definitely yes. That's what the government does, hai na? The supply food article should be arranged. Don't you think that is also government does? NDRF team or kelsa ಏನು ಇದೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. An adequate medical facility should be arranged. Of course, ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರ ವೈರಸ್ ಅಥವಾ outbreak ಆದರೆ it can be contained. Yes. In fact, this is the basic protocol that the government does. So in fact, all three follow. Right? So that's why in this case, the right answer is all three follow. So let's move on to the next one. So can you try fourth one, guys? I'll just reduce the size for it. Yep. Fourth, I'll give you a minute. Just do it. Okay. So this is rule number, I think, 4, right? Question number 4. A speeding car has been seriously injured 6 people person on the sleeping pathway near the road last night. So what are the right course of action? What is the solutions that you are going to take? What step of actions you are going to take? First one, the government should immediately put a complete ban on people sleeping on pathways. अब ये मुझे बताओ कि एक एरिया में 6% लोगों की इंजुरी हुई है बिकॉज ऑफ सम पर्सन पाथवे यानी फुटपाथ पे, ठीक है, यहाँ पे लोग चल रहे होते हैं ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಡಿಲಿಕತ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಇಂಜುರಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕತ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೋದಾ? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್? The government should immediately put a complete ban. Can I say it is a complete ban? Don't you think it is harsh? And also it is definitive word. And if you see, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಲೊಕ್ಯಾಲಿಟಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆದರೆ, do you think government is going to ban the entire people sleeping on the pathways? I mean, is it even relevant? Of course not. So first one is harsh and you can say it is illogical as well. Second one, the driver of the car should be caught by the police and put behind bars. The driver of the bar should be caught behind and put behind the bars. Don't you think it completely solves it? Harsh and ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. No, it is not harsh. It is actually logically possible because it completely solved, because he is at the wrong. He has committed the offense here. Is that clear? So that has caused the problem. So that is the issue. Let's move on to the next one. Third one, the injured people should be taken to the hospital with immediate effect. Of course, yes. Don't you think it also completely solves? My answer would be only 2 and 3 follow. I hope everybody is able to understand it. Yes. Later, I'm sure you guys would be watching it later. So question number 5, guys. Can you just take a moment and solve this? What is the solution for it? Solution ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Okay, so let's now understand the 5th question. A sudden cloudburst over the coastal region of city X resulted in heavy rainfall causing tsunami-like situation in entire area. Large number of people were caught unawares and were guided to the road ಅಂತಿದೆ. So ಈ particular statement ಒಳಗಡೆ what is the error do you find? Now in this case, if you observe carefully, guys, there is a huge error. Now what is the error? See, sorry, not error, the big problem, I'm so sorry, is एक तो लोग फंसे हुए हैं, there are people who are struggling and because of this situation they are caught. So what is the solution I can take? I'll tell you course of action again is what, guys? It is solution based approach. क्या solution ले सकता हूँ? First, the local administration should immediately put in a place an action plan for the avoiding such situations in the future. So can I take this step to solve that problem? Now suppose you are stuck in particular situation like this wherein there's a sudden cloud burst या कोई natural disaster आ गया, will the government tell you, you know what, you die now, later we'll see what we can do? Do you think this is actually solving my problem? Does it give me any solution to the present given problem? Of course not. So that's why this one is not the right course of action. See, course of action is the solution for the given problem. It is not aiding to the present situation. Similarly, let's move on to the second one. The local disaster management body should immediately deploy personnel to help people to safer places. What does it mean? ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಆಗೋದು, ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸೇಫರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯುಯೇಷನ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್. The local administration should advise all the citizens not to hazard out on the road until the situation improves. So that's why whenever the ಈ ಥರ unfortunate incidents ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ we constantly see monitoring about it. So that's why even that is also correct. So the right answer is only 2 and 3 follow. So this is the answer. Clear? Question number 6. Start solving, guys. What should be the answer? Okay. Some of the Indian star players have reportedly expressed reservation about the touring state X. Okay. So in this case, as you can see here, about touring state X due to security reasons following the terrorist threats antide. So what is the error what is the solution you can do? Now the problem is not terrorist threats as you can think. No, because this is not proven yet. So you cannot take a step saying that okay यही problem हो सकता है, नहीं भैया ये problem नहीं है, ठीक है. तो अब क्या कर सकते हैं? Some of the Indian star players have reportedly expressed a reservation. तो यहाँ पे कुछ star players को जाना ही नहीं है, तो that is the problem. Terrorist threats, that is secondary. I hope everybody is clear. So what we'll do right now is we'll see the course of action. Okay. Now in this course of action, we are going to see the first one. Indian Cricket Board should send a delegation of state X to process the situation in the various venues and stadiums where the matches are to be played. जहाँ जहाँ ये मैच खेल रहे हैं ना वहाँ पे हमको ये करना है, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ process the situation in various venues and stadiums where matches are to be played. ಈಗ whenever such situation comes, the basic criteria is to whether the terrorist threats are true or not. First we have to figure out ये safety है कि नहीं. So whenever an international team travels to another international country wherein these things are there, first they'll assess how much danger does it provide, does it actually create. Okay, not immediately they can't postpone it because that would be just, then in that case every international tour would be postponed. So first one is common sense. Second one, the tour should be immediately postponed without any proof, without any security checks or validation. How can you do that? So second one does not follow, only one follows. I'm sure most of you, sir, touring state X, I'm sure most of you तो सोचा होगा पाकिस्तान. अरे भाई, that is what I'm telling you, critical thinking. यहाँ पे ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು assumption ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಜಂಪ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಓಕೆ. The hygienic condition of the city X is not good as polythene and garbage are littered all over ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿದ ಆರ್ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಂದ ಏನೈತಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗಾರ್ಬೇಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಪಾಲಿಥೀನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಲಿಟರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಏನು ಕ್ಲೆನ್ಲಿನೆಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕತ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ದ ಹೈಜಿನಿಕ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಟಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಪರ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಓವರ್ ಅ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್. ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಇಸ್ಂಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಬಟ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್? ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನೇನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಥ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ ತೊಗೋಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾಲೋ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, NGOs and ನಗರ್ ನಿಗಮ್ ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೆನ್ಲಿನೆಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, NGOs ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕ್ಲೆನ್ಲಿನೆಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಭಾರತ್ ಅಭಿಯಾನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ಮೈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸೊ ಓನ್ಲಿ 2 follows. correct? So question number 8, we'll solve the last question of the day and then we'll wrap it up, guys. A huge rally will be organized by the people in the locality on the religious occasion and the police were informed accordingly antide hauda. So ee statement ಒಳಗಡೆ a huge rally will be organized by the people in the locality on religious occasion and police were informed accordingly. What is the error do you find? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. So the error in this, the problem, I repeat error and problem because switching from the error detection to this is a little tricky. So what is the major problem here? The major problem is huge rally will be organized, you will be taken on that. So what are the steps we take? First of all is adequate police force should be deployed on the OC. That's what actually we take police permission first, and we should be, because it's a sensitive issue, adagutte. Vehicles on the road should be advised diversion. Yellow, if it is a main area, common age, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈವರ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಥರ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಬೋತ್ 1 and 2 follow. So I believe you got a clear glimpse and idea about course of action, guys. It's all about the solution that you take. If you are not able to take the solution, at least you will take a step to reduce the problem, right? So we'll solve a couple more, those who have joined a little late now. So yeah, I'll take one more, couple more before we solve. Fine. Can you solve this? I repeat, those who have joined now, we were solving statement and course of action. Course of action yani solutions to a given problem. Ee statement ಒಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. What should be the answer for question number 9? A phone call was received at the district control office from an anonymous person that there was a deadly bomb in the Vidhan Sabha. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಧಾನ ಸಭಾ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಡೆಡ್ಲಿ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕತ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಬಾಂಬ್ ಡಿಫ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವಾಡ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ. ನಾವು definitely yes, because it's a very high level of threat. Now bomb threat is a very high level threat. Like right now if I call an emergency number saying that hey, you know what, I feel there's a bomb and all of that, there's some sort of a high risk, it poses high threat, immediately I'll be sniffer dogs agatte, bomb diffusing squad bande barutte. Nobody takes in what you can say chance. The district office should not really panic and instead check for the validation whether it's a hoax call or not, whether it is a fake call or not. Adanna identify first ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, panic ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. See, this is a completely illogical move. I'll tell you why. See, when somebody gives a bomb threat, it's a very high level threat. You can't take a chance. What if meanwhile while they're checking whether it's true or not, the bomb explodes? 100% true, no then. So it's very important and imperative that you need to understand ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. And secondly, sometimes these terrorists or these people, they use VPNs, virtual private network. They'll be sitting in some country but it shows in some country. So it goes through a lot of filtering process as well. So it's not necessarily that this is, you can say bomb threat itself is a high level threat. So you can't take this lightly. So that's why the right answer is only 1 follows. I hope everybody is clear. Last question of the day, guys. We'll see 10th one. And can you solve it? Number of school children in local schools have fallen ill after the consumption of the subsidized tiffin provided by the school authorities. Idu problem ide, adakke ಎರಡು solution ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವ solution follow ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು? Can you all try and let me know which solution do you think is better? Okay, so now the main, यहाँ पे मिड डे मील स्कीम है, फॉलन इल है, तो यहाँ पे मेजर प्रॉब्लम है. आप ये तो सुनते ही हैं, तो कोई मिड डे मील स्कूल में ऐसा हो जाता है, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಟಿಫಿನ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು it says this issue has happened in local schools. Does it mean the government can take a step for the entire country? Of course not, illogical. So first one definitely does not follow. The government should implement systems to certify the quality of, अगर वही स्कूल कल फिर से टिफिन प्रोवाइड कर रहा है, क्वालिटी टेस्ट होगा, वो पहले नहीं था इसीलिए ऐसा हो गया. Definitely it solves my problem. So that's why the right answer is only 2 follows. Clear? So I believe you guys are absolutely clear with the concept of course of action. Tomorrow will be a masterclass of the entire I think verbal ability and a little bit of reasoning. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. The link will be shared, and please follow the Instagram as well, T.I.M.E Institute Hubli Dharwad. In that everything is mentioned, and updates on live classes will also be given. Right? Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.